In the early 80s, high unemployment and high inflation saw many Tasmanians struggling with the cost of living. The Anglican Church in Tasmania wanted to know how best to respond to local needs. The church commissioned a report which recommended it establish the Anglican Family Care Service. In 1983, this tiny organisation began, offering budgeting and financial counselling.
The clients were already severely overcommitted and in debt. When we started, Tasmania didn't have consumer protection legislation. So in some respects, the choices for the clients were perhaps a bit narrower. But if you owed money to 5 or 6 different major creditors within the community, it was just so daunting. And as a financial counsellor, the typical response was, I don't care about your client's situation. We want our money. We're not prepared to negotiate.
This important service continues today.
Buy now, pay later debts are a huge problem. Cost of living is a big issue now. It's become a major issue. People are struggling to pay mortgages, rents have gone up. I'm finding people are going without food to try and keep a roof over their head. I worry a great deal about what the future holds for people.
Anglicare has decades of experience providing accommodation and housing support. It started with a youth shelter in Hobart, and we pioneered new housing services in the northwest.
We were looking at young people particularly who we couldn't get them back to their own homes, and that wasn't what they wanted. They wanted to be independent, didn't have the skills to do so. So there was a need to not just find housing. There was a whole lot of other stuff which we actually didn't think about initially. And we also found that our client group was wider than we thought. The whole service model eventually did change to accommodate those differences.
Today, Anglicare's work includes supporting young Tasmanians in the Youth to Independence program.
So we have 3 sites currently operating. So we have Trinity in Hobart and Everline in Devonport, and obviously Thine House here, with another one currently under construction in Hobart. So the Youth to Independence program is a facility for young people aged 16 to 24 that are already homeless or at risk of homelessness. So basically the deal is the young people committing to the 6 service offers and working across that during the 2-year period that they're able to be involved in the program. There's so many opportunities for them here to sort of develop and grow. I mean, we have quite a lot of young people still on our waiting list currently. So it will mean a lot for young people to know that there is an opportunity for them to find a safe place to live. So it's really exciting for us to know that soon we'll be able to accommodate for 50 students instead of 30 that we're currently able to accommodate for.
In 1988, the organisation's name changed to Anglicare Tasmania. Funding challenges in the early years improved markedly in the mid-90s.
So initially I was put on contract for 12 months to come into Anglicare and have a look at its financial systems. During that time, I suppose the focus was how can we ensure that the organisation is stabilised and actually has a longer term future.
Anglicare has a long-standing commitment to research and advocacy.
But over the last just over 30 years that the centre's been in existence, what they've sought to do is to shine a light on what the solutions can be.
Being a voice that said, there is a high level of disadvantage in the Tasmanian community meant that it was quite a unique voice at the time. So that's what we saw SARC as being, a megaphone for people in the Tasmanian community.
Meeting the needs of Tasmanian children experiencing homelessness, addressing teenage domestic violence and abuse, a really groundbreaking piece of research, that one. We've continued to work in the area of gambling reform, and more recently we've been looking at buy now, pay later products and how they're impacting people. It's vital that we draw on Anglicare's frontline workers. They work with Tasmanians day to day. They talk with them. They know what they're experiencing on the ground. They know the issues that they're facing. So we really rely on the frontline workers to tell us where we should focus our research.
Today, Anglicare delivers a broad range of aged care, housing, community and acquired injury support services. Across the 40 years, it's our team members who bring to life Anglicare's values of hope, respect, compassion and justice.
So when we do find a solution for someone and we have helped them to meet their goal or helped them into a home, then that's really satisfying.
Knowing that you're helping someone live their life to the fullest.
When I interview someone and they're brilliant, I'm like, yep, they're gonna change someone's life.
When you hear a staff member saying they love their job, as a manager, that gives me goosebumps.
Knowing that all the staff and my colleagues around me choose every day to be here to make a difference, and that's pretty special, I think.
The feeling that they get from working with you and achieving is just, overwhelming.